Hi, welcome to Leap Taken. This is Mika, and here at Leap Taken, I talk about all things witchy, craft-related, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. And today, I want to do my review day. I guess I should give it a fancy name, maybe Review Friday. I don't know. Well, we're going to play with this for a little bit, but let me get to what I'm reviewing. These cards. Let me put that in here. Yay, so this is called Spellcasting Oracle Cards. It's a newer deck. This recently just came out, so it's not, hasn't been around that long. I picked this up at my local Barnes & Noble because in my state I can actually go into the store. Anyway, I took the packaging off, the plastic. I opened it up to see what was in here, but outside of that, I really didn't do anything else because I left it for this video, which I'll get to, and I'll just go through the 48 card deck in a moment. But I just wanted to kind of give my breakdown about the cards and what I saw so far. I went through some of the cards. I just looked and put them in the original order. Again, I was just really curious. These cards, the author of the cards, or it comes with a guidebook. Let me back up. It comes with a guidebook and 48 cards. The authors are Flavia Kate Peters and Barbara, I hope I say this right, Michael John Free. So whenever I do a review for an author or anything where if I know who the author is, or a deck, or owner or creator, whatever, when I do a review, I like to see who created this, who are those people, because I do think it matters who the creator is and their vision and maybe how they wanted, their intentions when they created these cards. So I went to the website for Flavia Kate Peters. It's FlaviaKatePeters.com. And there it talks about her being a singer, writer, speaker, therapist, and a natural or nature mystic. So she talks about fairies and things like that. And that energy, of course, I would imagine is going to be brought into the cards. And then Barbara, MichaelJohnFree.com. They're also author, singer, drummer, flutist, and storyteller, and they're both high priestesses. So there's a lot more information at both their websites if you're curious to know, who these people are that created these decks. And of course, the illustrator, or the artwork, I should say, is by Elizabeth Cheever Gessaman. Now, I didn't research too much about the illustrator, not that I don't think it matters, but I didn't want to draw this out. Elizabeth Cheever Gessaman. So if you're curious, you can look her up a little bit, yourself. But both of these ladies, they've been on YouTube. So this is a collaboration on their part. So I was just, wanting to get a feel for who, like I said, the energy behind who created the deck. I think that's important when you're looking, especially in this witchcraft realm, pagan realm, when you're purchasing resources, especially books, you need to know who the author is. When I homeschooled my kids, yes, I'm putting on that hat now. When I homeschooled my kids, and whenever we did any sort of book reviews or any sort of analytical type work with a book, we always start with who the author was, when was the book written, what was happening in the world. We would tie in a bunch of different things. What were the top things happening during the time that book was written? Well, this was, now, so I know I don't need to go that far into it. But let's say it had been written 20 years ago, 50 years ago. That influences the author's perception. It'll allow you also to understand that, hey, this author was way ahead of their time, especially if it resonates with you right now. Or it's letting you know things really haven't progressed much since, 50 years ago that the author wrote this book. It's context, and I'm an advocate for being well-rounded and having context when you're reading literature, no matter what the literature is. Sometimes you can take things at face value. I'm somebody, I like to know a little bit more, and I think that's healthy. It's for critical analysis, but not to be critical in a negative sense of anybody. It's more for my information. It gives you a whole picture, and it brings you into a better understanding. That's what I taught my kids when I homeschooled them. And by the way, I would work with them, and I would have to give examples, so I would basically be doing my own homework. Anyway, needless to say, look into who wrote your stuff and who they are and what they represent and the energy they're bringing when they're writing this stuff down in books. And it might be, you might find, which I have, quick story, there was a book, I don't want to say who it is because I don't know if this, I don't want this woman to reach out to me. But anyway, you never know, right? But there was a book that I was really enamored with at the time, and I felt like it resonated with me, and it helped sort of really open my mind up a little bit more about how I practice my witchcraft. It's a couple years ago, and Facebook happened, so there was a group, I belonged to a Facebook group, and they said, hey, I actually have access to this author. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love that author. I'd love to be in that closed group where we get to interact with her, and she's going to do like interactions with us where we, kind of study the book and the author is going to lead the study. And I remember she wanted us to conceptualize on a personal level something she had wrote about. So I did just that. And I was like, well, when I think of, whatever the concept was, I see it this way, and, I like to believe that, and here's how I think it's going to help me in my life, and, this is what I learned, and so forth and so on. Other people did the exact same thing, pretty much the same formula. Some of us were saying about the same thing. My post, I got a direct comment from the author and saying, no, you're wrong. That's it. Like, it was really, I didn't like the tone, and I realized someone typed it in, so I asked for clarification, and she came back with the same tone, and it was only me. Now, I don't know what it was about. I don't know if it was a race thing, because I was the only black person in there, and she was a white woman. I don't know. There's nothing about me that this woman knew to have an issue with. Didn't have this channel, so she, I don't know. But let me tell you something. That turned me off. So whatever connection I had in her words, I could not separate the artist from the art, or, the creator, from what she's created. I wasn't able to do that. Kudos to those who can. And maybe I can with some instances, but with that one, I don't know, everything in me says BS, back away. And I left the group and wasn't involved anymore. That's why I guess I'm a little heavy-handed on wanting to know who wrote this book and what are they about. So the cards basically break down, or how they describe it. It says here, connect with your inner witch and add a little magic, The 48 cards in this deck will help you to harness thousands of years of supernatural wisdom to empower and heal your journey. Whether you're a seasoned witch or a magical dabbler, all the spells you need to conjure your desire are contained within this deck. Yeah, so that's pretty much, it. I can't say if I like the artwork. Let me rephrase that. I did like the artwork, but what I saw, I thought it was really nice, and the colors and things like that. And there is some people of color in the deck, so that was actually a selling point for me. That matters to me. Whether something resonates with me, that's step one. Step two, yeah, I am looking for people who might look like me. Not maybe the entire deck, maybe not, but some people. It makes it a little bit easier to relate to. So anyway, the next part of this, I guess, is for me to actually show you the deck. So here we go. Right, and here we go. Here are the cards. Here's the box. So first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and just open it up. I'm actually kind of excited about this. So check this out. In here, they have an inscription, and I thought this was really nice. Actually, not just nice. I love that they thought of everything. So what I'm doing right now is just lighting the sage stick I have. And I am going to just go ahead and just, wrong clock, sometimes which is messed up, clockwise, I just want to just go ahead and cleanse any energy, from the packaging to, when it was in the store, there's retail. And I just want to take this opportunity to just, put my positive intentions and remove anyone else's energy, any other entity, any residual energies, other than what it was meant for and what it was intended. And that is to be a guide and to assist um, and just, you know, casting spells and learning based on what I understand the author. So just want to go ahead and get that out the way. And this inscription here, which I think is actually really, really nice, it says here, oh, let's get that out of here. It says, as I open this box, magic abounds, for my spirit connects with the answers it's found. Feeling my heart open up to one love, beauty surrounds me below and above. Vibrations now raised, inviting in light, protection in place as I see with new sight. As I work with these cards, connect us as one. In peace and love, we are blessed. It is done. So mote it be. I like that. Okay, so here is the guidebook. Okay. The authors are in the back. I don't know if you can see that. It's a nice size. Look at this, Stephen. For Hay House, that's the publisher. It's a nice little chunky size book, I think. It's 129 pages, so of course with most of these guidebooks, they're going to, you know, give, you know, welcome and the ancient art of spellcraft, just a little bit more detail, and they talk about what is a spell, magical moon phases, magical full moons, magical weekdays, magical directions, elements, connections, how to cast your spell, and then working with card spreads. And they go right into interpretations and things like that here. So that's all in here, the interpretations for the cards. They break it down here. I like this in the beginning. I don't know if many other Oracle decks do this, but basically this is just showing, like for instance, if you pull a card and it says dreams, it tells you what page to go to. So you can quickly, you know, find out what that message is. So that's nice. I like that. I actually like that a lot. Getting acquainted with the card. All right, the cards, excuse me. Anyway, so here we go. Here are the cards after all that. Again, I opened them up. I did do a quick flip through myself because I needed to know. But I didn't linger. I didn't like do a spread or anything with the cards. But here we go. So let me go ahead and flip them. First of all, do we not love this artwork? Isn't this like so, I don't know, Earth Mama? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Anyway, so here we go. So I'm just going to flip them over. Hopefully you can see. Ooh, I hope you guys can see this. I hope I got this lighting right. Anyway, this is willpower. And then we have well-being. Truth. Beautiful. Trust. Travel. I love that. Those colors speak to me. Transformation. Talent. Oop. Strength. And this is spirit guide. Reconciliation. Oh. With the light, I like how that's coming out. Psychic abilities. Thought it was another card. Protection. And these cards are pretty thick, by the way. Prosperity. Peace. Passion. New beginnings. Manifestation. Love. Lighten your load. Life purpose. Justice. And this is inspiration. Home. Oh my God, my heart. I love this. This just evokes happy feelings when I look at this card. This is home. Healing. Happiness. Grieving. Good luck. Friendship. Dig that. Freedom. Forgiveness. Finding. And financial health. We love that. Fertility. We love this too. We love fertility. Family. Yes. Empowerment. dreams, courage, confidence, compassion, commitment, closure, clarity, career, boundaries, blessings, beauty, answers, and then animals. Ooh, animals. So here's the deck. Here's the deck. So there you go. All right, colors, the weight of the cards, that matters to me. I like to feel the cards. Feels really good. So yeah, I like these. So while I'm talking to you, I'm just gonna start shuffling. But yeah, I dig this deck. I like this. I have one set of Oracle cards, and I bought those many years ago. So this is really the first Oracle deck that I have actually purchased, and we're going on, I want to say, at least 8 years. And it's, I don't know, Oracle decks never really called to me as much as my tarot decks did. And I don't know what that says about me or my taste, or I don't know, I guess it just is what it is, right? But lately, I've really been into, I don't know, wanting to know a little bit more. I pulled out my old Oracle deck, and that was called the Enchanted Map. I still see they sell those cards, so I think it's still, somewhat popular, that particular Oracle deck. But yeah, I don't know, I'm one of those people, I found something I like, and I just stuck with it. But now I like these. And you know how it is. If you're somebody who has tarot cards, once you buy a set, it's like you just buy more. I don't know what it is about these cards that gets us, but long story short, I'm a fan. I'm in. I'm for these cards. I like them. I would encourage anyone looking for an Oracle deck to go ahead and do this, especially if you are a spellcaster, as they say. One other thing I just want to point out about this book, I do like when the books give you readings, sample card spreads, not readings, card spreads, if you're interested. So they all start, most of them share a 3-card spread. We've all seen that, like in these books. But I thought this pentagram spread actually was worth taking a look at. It's 6 cards, even though it's 5 points, but they count the middle. And here you would just, let me see, it's present, card 1 is present, air, all right, hold on. So card 1 represents the present situation for the person whom you're reading. Card 2 is the wind of influence. Card 3, intuition. Card 4 is the internal cleanser. Card 5, keep grounded. And card 6 is the whole self. So, it's kind of cool. Maybe we'll go ahead and do that right quick, right? Why not, right? Let's go ahead. Maybe we'll do a quick reading now. How well did I shuffle these cards? Only the gods know. So, using this, let me bend this back so I can see it. Using this, let me see. I can keep this dang on thing down. Oh well, it is what it is. We'll figure this out. Alright, so let's do this. So card 1 represents the present situation. So I'm just gonna 1, 2, 3. This is just a little technique I do whenever I use cards. So that's gonna be card 1. I'll just get this out of the way. I realized my cloth, I folded it and put it here, but that's okay. We're gonna work with it. So that's card 1, and this is gonna be card 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? So I kind of want to use it and just, let's share, shall we? So I'm somebody who always puts my cards face down, almost always. That's just how I roll. Anyway, so that's 1, and then I turn them over in the way that I did it, or tried to anyway. All right, so here we go. So let's look at this. So card 1 represents the present situation for the person whom you're reading. I'm reading for myself, so new beginnings. So far, so good. And then card 2, this card signifies the influences of others. Are people providing a positive influence, or are they dragging the person down with negative messages? So findings. So, and beautiful woman of color on there. So I'm actually going to go to the section on finding. What are they calling? What are they saying here? Magical meanings. I'm not going to read the whole thing for you guys, but seek and shall find, follow your soul's calling. You've suffered a deep loss, an unexpected gift arrived, you found your true path. So based on this, the card signifies influence of others. So others are helping me, I guess, find my calling, my soul's calling, and my true path. So maybe they're being supportive of that. I'll take that. All right, so card 3, which is in this position, is about intuition. This is where the person will discover what they can learn from a situation, how they can adapt circumstances to meet needs and goals. Okay, so passion. All right, so I can take that. They can learn from a situation. So learn to be more passionate, to go after what I want, adapt to circumstances with, don't let my passion wane. That's what I'm going to go with. So then we have card placement 4, which is here. That's the peace. But this card indicates internal conflicts at play and shows the person's self-doubts and misapprehensions. So peace. Now, I know what peace means, but I'm trying to make a correlation with what this means. A peaceable agreement is reached, order is restored, your prayers for peace are being answered, indulgence of me time, engage in prayer meditation. So internal conflict. So to me, be peace, seek peace, internal peace. This card indicates internal conflicts at play. So, yeah. Restore order within, by peace, being peaceful. That's what I'm going to go with. All right, so card number 5 in this space, which is willpower. This card indicates the overall issues surrounding them. What has made the situation stagnant? Willpower. Well, isn't that funny? So basically, this could work to say, my willpower it's all up to me, basically. It's, I'm making the decision on what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do. So it says here, an addiction is out of control. Seek professional help. Consider healthy eating and exercise. Don't give in. Determination will see you through. Yeah, when I think willpower, I think determination. So everything else that's going on is based on, I would imagine, my determination to carry it through, to see it through. Card 6, which is at the top here, inspiration. Card 6 says this card shows how things will be resolved if the person remains on the current path. It's what the other cards are leading up to. It's the culmination of the journey. Inspiration is the card here. Let me move this down so you can see more. So, Lady Inspiration. Let's see what they're saying about inspiration, if I can get there. Here we go. Meditate daily, magical meanings. Meditate daily, start a new project, write, paint, draw, get creative, get out into nature, take long hilly walks, and blow the cobwebs away for clarity of mind. So, okay. So basically, what it's saying again, it shows how things will be resolved if you remain on a path. So, I guess inspired, in a space of inspiration, in a place to be inspired or be an inspiration to someone else. That's all I'm going to read that card. That's what I'm going to take from it. So this is, basically how one could go about using this deck, and, obviously looking at the words and looking at the pictures, you can derive what you feel from it, or of course, you can take a look at the guidebook and see what did they intend ultimately to be the takeaway from each one of these cards. So there's that too. And in my case, I just looked at this for the first time. I was just curious to know what did they mean? What did they want me to take from that card? I'm still lending my energy to it. So, we got to get acquainted. Give yourself time when working with your cards sometimes. It's important. So I just wanted to go to this section about spell. Yes, this is a section on how to cast your spell using these cards. So I'll read a little bit more into this and see if I could work this in. And, maybe this will be good to work into some spells, but there you go. thanks for watching. This is Mika with Leap Taken. Please like the video if you've enjoyed this content, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. And of course, if you've subscribed, thank you very much. I also appreciate that as well. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.